What happens when scale meets structure, but both come with their own flaws? The potential combination of Unacademy and upGrad isn't your typical growth-driven deal. It's a high-stakes consolidation shaped by the harsh realities of India's post-boom EdTech market. Over the last few years, the industry has moved away from rewarding aggressive expansion, free courses, and rapid user acquisition. Today, the focus has shifted to something far more important: profitability, sustainability, and disciplined execution. And in that context, this deal is less about chasing the next million users and more about fixing what's fundamentally broken while unlocking long-term value. At the core of this story are two very different companies with contrasting strengths. Unacademy built its dominance through scale, millions of learners, a strong presence in competitive exam preparation like UPSC, JEE, and NEET, and a creator-led ecosystem where star educators became brands in themselves. But this rapid growth came at a cost: high cash burn, inconsistent profitability, and a heavy dependence on a few key educators. On the other hand, upGrad followed a more structured and premium path. By partnering with universities and offering career-focused programs, it built a reputation for quality and stronger unit economics. However, it lacks the same mass-market reach and deep penetration in the test prep segment. In simple terms, one has reach but struggles with efficiency, while the other has discipline but needs scale. Now, on paper, the strategic fit looks almost perfect. Together, they can build a full-stack education ecosystem that captures the entire learner journey, from preparing for entrance exams to pursuing higher education and eventually upskilling for career growth. Imagine a student starting with Unacademy for exam prep and then seamlessly transitioning to upGrad for a degree or professional certification. This kind of life cycle integration significantly increases the lifetime value of each learner, which is critical in an industry where acquiring customers is expensive. Add to that the potential for cost synergies, reducing duplicate teams, optimizing marketing spends, and leveraging shared technology, and suddenly this deal starts to look like a smart move toward profitability. But here's the reality check. This is exactly where most mergers fail. The first and most underestimated challenge is culture. Unacademy operates with speed, experimentation, and a creator-first mindset, while upGrad is more structured, process-driven, and aligned with academic rigor. Merging these two approaches isn't just about aligning teams, it's about reconciling completely different ways of thinking and operating. If not handled carefully, this can lead to internal friction, slower decision-making, and ultimately weak execution. Then comes the issue of educator retention, which is critical for Unacademy's business model. Its platform is built around star educators who attract and retain learners. Any uncertainty during the integration process can lead to these educators leaving, and in a competitive market, they can quickly move to rival platforms. When that happens, it's not just a talent loss, it's an immediate hit to revenue and engagement. In a creator-led ecosystem, losing top educators is almost like losing the product itself. Another major pressure point is profitability. Both companies are operating in a market where investors are no longer willing to fund endless losses. There is a clear expectation to demonstrate a path to sustainable profits. While consolidation can help reduce costs, turning around a large loss-making operation like Unacademy is extremely challenging. Cut too aggressively, and you risk slowing growth and damaging the user experience. Spend too much, and profitability remains out of reach. Finding the right balance is one of the toughest aspects of this transformation. There's also the subtle but powerful challenge of brand identity. Unacademy is widely seen as a mass-market test prep platform, while upGrad is positioned as a premium, career-focused education brand. Bringing these two under one umbrella without creating confusion is a delicate task. If users start questioning whether the platform is meant for affordable exam preparation or high-end professional courses, it can weaken brand trust and pricing power. The solution lies in maintaining a clear brand architecture where both identities remain distinct but strategically connected. So, what's the final takeaway? This is not a story about expansion, it's a story about survival, correction, and reinvention. Unacademy needs financial discipline and a clear path to profitability, while upGrad needs scale and stronger presence in the test prep market. Together, they have the potential to build one of India's most comprehensive EdTech ecosystems, combining reach with structure and scale with sustainability. But success will depend on three key factors: flawless execution, strict cost discipline, and the ability to build a hybrid model that blends online learning with offline and community-driven experiences. Because in today's EdTech landscape, content alone is not enough. Experience, outcomes, and engagement matter just as much. And in the end, this deal won't be judged by how good it looks on paper, but by how effectively it is executed in reality. Because in business, mergers rarely fail due to bad strategy. They fail because execution couldn't keep up with ambition.